Well, it's another episode of Hockey Doc Talk with Dr. Felix. Yes, again, and today we're on location here at Langley High School. And the reason we're on location at Langley is we want to announce that our office, our Palmer Care office, will be moving. We'll be moving to McLean, right off of Elm Street, McLean, Virginia, right down the road. And also, I will be working as the team doctor for Langley's hockey team this fall. Our hockey here in the Northern Virginia area for our high school level doesn't start until about October, November-ish, but hockey's already started for our junior programs in the area. Our Potomac Patriots have started up this season already, and they've started up with a win. They're doing really well. Our Little Caps are starting up as well. Our Ruston Raiders have started up, and our Potomac Patriots Pee Wee League has started up as well. So we've got a lot of stuff going on in the area. Football season has started, and if you were here, you'd be able to see the nice, beautiful football field here at Langley High School, and the players running around in the background. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today was that as the football season starts, as the hockey season starts, you know, we're going to get hit. It doesn't matter. We're going to get taken to the boards. We're going to get taken to the field. We're going to get popped in our chin. Things like that are going to happen. When our head goes back, there's a lot of pressure that occurs in that portion of the neck and skull area. And sometimes it affects us with swallowing or eating, okay? A lot of times, too, it's part of residual from post-concussion or traumatic brain injury. So there's an article here that I wanted to share with everybody, and it's from the Neurogastroenterology and Motility, and it talks about the effectiveness of chin-down posture to prevent tracheal aspiration and dysphagia secondary to acquired brain injury and video fluoroscopy study. So what they did is they took a randomized alternating crossover study with chin down posture in 47 patients with a VDF diagnosis of aspiration. And what we saw, the results were that a little bit close to 50%, I'm going to round up, but it was about 48%. When we took the head and brought it in the flexion, it tremendously helped take away that aspiration, that problems with swallowing, the problems with breathing as well. So again, it's a key component to anything. The neck and the skull work hand in hand together. I know it's football season, I know it's hockey season, but taking those impacts in that head, it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed because no matter if you took it in the head, took it in the neck, I mean, you know, we're going to see as the season goes on, we're going to see these beautiful plays both on the football field and on the hockey field where the player is, you know, taking the puck down the ice, keeps his head down, and gets popped, right? So many of us have seen that play, and so many of us who enjoy the sport are like, wow, that's amazing. That was great. That was a great hit. That was a clean hit, okay? But a lot of times what we don't see is what that player is going through, okay? The after effects, the you know, having a little problem with dry mouth, having a little problems with headaches and migraines. And that's what this study shows. The study shows how involved the head is with the aspiration process. So that's one of the things that I truly so wholeheartedly believe that chiropractic can help. And that's the reason why I do what I do with my hockey players. That's the reason why we do what we do with our football players and any impact sports and even car injury patients that we may see at our office at Palmer Care Chiropractic. It is so important to go and get that evaluated. A lot of times we overlook that, especially when I get patients that come into the office and they have an X-ray, but what they don't have is they don't have what we call a motion study when we're looking at the spine, whether it's the lower back area or the neck area, in multiple planes, and having the patients move during that process so that we can see how much is damaged there, or is there any ligamentous injury there. And in fact, that plays an important role because at that point, we need to refer you out to the appropriate person if there's a lot of damage down there. So the study goes to show that removing the stress and keeping your chin slightly tucked, again, takes the pressure off with the person with aspiration after a traumatic brain injury. During the brain injury process, during the concussion process, during a hit, just a fall, the one thing the skull likes to do is it likes to rock backwards and it gets stuck. And then these muscles start to pull, contract, they get really, really tight. They'll create the headaches, they'll create the TMJ issues. They will also create problems with breathing and swallowing, okay? So that's so important. The neck muscles are very important here. They help us with respiration. That's one of their key mechanisms that they do. So it's very important to get a thorough examination. Parents, when you're out there and you're listening to these podcasts, please help pass it around to your friend, to a loved one, to somebody on your team that may be suffering from some of these problems. And we like to go to these minute problems so that you can understand that there's a mechanical component as well. Sometimes there is a chemical component and we need a certain prescription for that. But a majority of the time, something stops functioning, all right? Either because of the nervous system, or because of the muscular system, or because of the structural or posture, right? So that we see this a lot with the technology that we have, and patients our kids, I should say, are looking down constantly on their phone, or they're on the computer, right? So they're in all these awkward positions for such a long period of time, and then they're expected to perform at a high level without training, without proper stretches, or even without a proper rehabilitative program after sustaining a blow to that area. So this is what we do, man. It's interesting how so many of these cases are overlooked here, and this is why we're trying to get that message out. So again, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We're at palmacare.com. Follow me on Dr. Felix Yeskin at Hockey Doc on Facebook. Click that like button there. Follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as follow us on Rebel Run Sports as well with my man Rob Giampapa and John. They've been a tremendous help in getting the Hockey Doc Talk out there to the public so that we can teach you something, we can educate you so you can educate our community, so we don't have to deal with these situations with our kids and our family and our loved ones. Again, tell a loved one, subscribe, go to our Facebook page, go to our iTunes account, go to our YouTube and like us. Also, leave a recommendation, please, and how are we doing? You can always email me at drfelix@palmacare.com. Let me know how we're doing. Let me know what we could do different. Let me know any other topics that you may be interested in. We've got some cool interviews coming in the next couple weeks, so I can't wait to bring that to you guys. Again, thanks for joining us.